Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is House of the Deathsinger, World of Darkness, Werewolf, the Wet Edition. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over now to... Octo for the recap.
I wasn't here last time.
Right. Alright,
Can't
Toshi,
pick on
take
me.
it away.
You're not going to berate him for not watching the recording like you do every other person who's not here, but you still expect to do the recap?
There's a
Well,
recap?
you see, I could do that, or I could just point out how adorable and cute Octo is.
Oh, no. Fuck
And-
off.
You know, he really is just absolutely adorable. See, Moriarty, some people, it's better to go a different route for terrorizing them when they don't do that.
gonna-
Octodorable is one of those.
No! Fuck!
I completely forgot to watch the recap as well.
Alright, well then, Moriarty or Toshime? Alright, we'll settle on Moriarty. Go for the recap.
We went to a fancy place, saw a dickish vampire, fought him a little bit, then decided to not keep fighting him. And then there was another vampire who we talked to, and they're going to help us bring down Pentex.
Yeah, that seems sufficient to me. Well, then we'll turn it over to Kerr now. Kerr, darling, are you there?
Yes, I didn't realize I was muted this entire time.
Kerr,
I've
Are
been
you
talking
there?
and talking and talking, and no one has heard me.
Kerr, hello?
Yes?
Yes, we can hear him.
Okay.
Jim's making fun of you.
I was terrified my mic wasn't working.
Well, it's on you now,
What?
Kerr.
Yes, I was thinking of what I wanted to do. Oh. So, you guys have been released for the night. What do you guys... I'm assuming you guys head off to get some sleep, considering it's like 11 o'clock at night now.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
What would you guys spend the next 2 or 3 days doing, so to speak?
Next 2 or 3 days.
Yes.
Heck, I didn't even know what to do when I was gone.
They met up with some vampires to try to get some info.
Rather, they got invited to meet with some vampires. One meeting went terribly, the other went okay, and they've now decided, or now we've got a list of targets at Pentex to go attack.
Yes, he's going to get you those.
We will not attack any of the ones that are on the list for the first one.
For Gawain's. You don't like Gawain. I wonder why. He's kind of an asshole.
Are you trying to say that I'm kind of an asshole?
No, Gawain is.
Well, yeah, but you said you wonder why we don't like him, so...
I was being facetious. Because yes, of course you would hate him. He's kind of an asshole. You're meant to hate him.
I don't think that you're being facetious, though. I think you actually think you made a good character.
No, he's an asshole and you should hate him.
See, now I think you're being sarcastic.
No. No. But yes, what would you...
We are all heroes. You and Boo and I. Hamsters and rangers everywhere. Rejoice!
Well, thank you so much for that, Quinetta. It's not often I get
Nice.
to have those. I
Nice
really
too,
appreciate
nice
it.
too. So, what would you guys be up to?
Our neck's in trouble.
What's up?
We'd be up to our necks in trouble.
I mean, eventually, maybe.
Why not now?
Okay, that was actually a really good one. Very nice, Toshime. I, as a player, don't want to be, boring, but I feel like Michael is probably still moping in his office.
No, it's okay. That's literally what I'm asking. Like, if your character just want to take a couple of days off to relax, that's okay.
Yeah, he's basically just going to be locked in his office.
Okay.
I specifically don't want to relax.
Oh, perfect. We'll help you out with that. We're going to blow up his rock.
No.
That's the rock.
Vaporize the rock.
Blasted into smithereens.
No, better yet, we just cover it with fleas.
Listen, if you do these terrible, horrible things, Barney's gonna become a packless.
So what would you be up to, Moriarty?
Something.
You'd be up to something interesting. Strong.
That's kind of the thing is I don't really have like a lot of avenues to take. It feels like.
No, I was more just wondering, like, what sorts of things would you want to do? Like, if you have 2 or 3 days off.
Go back to work.
What would you want to do?
Kill Pentax.
There's more to life than just killing Pentax.
Do you have any cases that you'd be working?
That's not Barney.
That's our other character.
Yes. That's Mr. Sunday Boy. Yeah, I really can't think of much outside of avenging his crew.
Mhm. Okay, what would you be up to, Tushme?
I'd be working on getting the rituals down, the rites,
Mm-hmm.
getting those set up, ready to perform.
Okay, what would you be? Would you be up to anything with your cult so far?
Just getting the medical stuff set up for the front of it.
Mhm.
We're trying to work with one of the mage characters to get them to be helping people with their
Mhm.
medical knowledge.
Okay. And let's see, Drake, what would you be up to over these 2 or 3 days if your character has basically time off to himself?
Okay. For one thing, I would say that he would spend some time out in nature at the park.
You would be
Since
more than welcome there.
yeah, as well as if he's hanging out with the occasional hanging out at Michael's place, secretly practicing his smash.
Let the battle begin. Okay, this entire session has now become about Smash.
Let me smash.
Let the glorious duel between Luke and you begin.
Let me smash.
Go on, some fuck.
Oh, yes, Luke would be more than happy to take you on anytime you come over to the house.
Anytime.
You'll be a good apprentice.
Even when he's sleeping.
I smell a challenger in the air. I must crush his soul. Okay, yep, pretty relaxing couple. Well, no, that's not relaxing. Luke was going to try to crush your spirit, but otherwise, okay. It's okay. Nevin, what would you spend 2 or 3 days doing?
That's a good question. I feel like Nevin would probably try to like connect with Barney a bit more, since they both share like a kind of a military background.
So it
So
goes then.
I feel like I barely know him still.
So it goes then. While you're at the park on your rock, Barney,
All right.
you are approached by Nevin.
Barney's just going to look at him.
I imagine you must be having a difficult time right now.
What do you mean?
I mean, your unit, what happened to them? I know I would be greatly upset and probably really angry.
I'll get over it when Bentex is dead.
Yeah, I feel you on that one. So, you got any like any plans?
At the moment, need some more information before we can go after Bentex. Unless you've got something for me.
Yeah, I'm not really that good at like the infiltration stuff that Michael does. I do more of
Right.
a long distance monitoring, not really get into the real thick of things.
If you're good at long distance monitoring, maybe you could scout some of their locations out from long distance.
I could do that. Do you have a target in mind?
Any place Bentex related, which that's most corporate entities.
Hmm.
Quick internet search should figure out which one's which.
I could try to take a look around. Won't promise anything, but I will certainly make the attempt.
Any efforts you make would be mighty helpful.
So how do I go about that, Jim?
What would you specifically be wanting to try to find out about and such? Like, what specifically would you be wanting to do first?
Well, we need targets, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find kind of a juicy target for us to go after.
That would be a looking through my stuff. Looking through my stuff. What would it be in this edition? Let's see. For this specific style of investigation, this would be either a presence or manipulation plus streetwise roll.
Let's see now. Not really great at either of those, but I'll give it a go, I suppose. That's 2 successes.
2 successes. It seems the security around most of the Pentex subsidies in the city has been heightened since, well, that terrorist attack that basically took out one of the biggest medical distributors here in Empty Springs. Looking through, though, let's see. As you're going through, kind of going on the down low, speaking to people of more unsavory character, to get more information about what you need. There is one that it looks like has a little bit weaker security. Takes a little bit of time, about day and a half of research and digging into it. But you're able to eventually get the information that you need. It looks like the name of the company. Sorry, I'm trying to find my notes here. Where are you, notes? Looks like it's a news studio called the Red Network Studio.
Red Network.
Yes. They're a pretty popular news group here especially in the United States. They lean very far right, so to speak. They really, from what you've seen, because you would easily be able to just watch their networks if you ever wanted to. They generate really interesting headlines sometimes, or making mountains out of molehills. They very much really push some pretty nasty things on their network. One of the things that is available that they show is called Mega Cage, where they have prisoners fight in no-hold-barred cage fights for inmates who are in prison.
That's some condemned shit right there.
Mm-hmm. And they talk about how this is the opportunity for these fights to provide relief to the prisoners' pent-up aggression in controlled and sanctioned bouts. And it helps to decrease random prison violence and to ensure that everything is safe for the people who run them. And after all, the Mega Cage participation is strictly voluntary. So there's no need to worry. Every inmate who fights wants to fight. And it is a very major financial and rating success.
Wants to fight, or so they say.
Oh yeah, but there's easily news stories going out how these people are being coerced, that the prison environments are getting worse ever since Mega Cage started being aired on this network, and that the network itself is basically just pushing really, really bad news to you guys, basically trying to corrupt and corrode the hearts of people and to make them basically hate others as well as discriminate and basically despise anyone else.
All right. Looks like I'll be relaying that information for the Barney and the others.
And real quick, I want to share an image with you guys. Boop. Boop. Sharing something specifically with you guys. You guys might not necessarily know this, but the werewolves are aware that Pentex owns this place and is using it. And there is a news station here in town.
Where are you sharing this image?
Werewolf.
Oh, in the Discord.
Yep. There's 2 images there. Not everyone who works for them is corrupt and evil and such, but there's a few. There's a few. Think of it like this is like super extreme
real
Fox
quick.
News.
For those that are watching on the stream, I am posting it in the Tabletop image channel on the Discord. Do go check that for the these images. They will have, for those watching later on YouTube, you can always search by the title of this session, Pack Time Moot, and you'll find it that way.
Is this image something that we're aware of, or is this what exactly is this image?
You can see that if you have vision, supernatural vision.
For you guys, most people would see what's on the screen for the first image. You would see that. For you guys, werewolves, if you guys start looking into the Umbra, you would see that thing there.
Okay, so these are umbral sites.
Yes, these are what that thing is. That is a Bane spirit who is possessing someone.
Wait, can I watch TV in the Umbra?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Well, also you can also use your vision to see it. But yes, you could use your senses to see it. It's not something that's really good to see because oh fuck, but you can try to. It's just dangerous. Because the moment you see it, it will probably see you. And it will know.
On TV?
No, I mean if you were in person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but no, most werewolves are aware of Red Network and just how bad it is. Like we're talking like Fox News to the extreme is what you're seeing.
And Fox News is already pretty extreme.
Yeah, and it's worse than that.
They're putting stuff in the water to make the frogs gay.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, the frogs made a conscious decision. The water had nothing to do with it.
So the frogs need to be killed in order to protect the frog society. Everyone should go out and start killing frogs. That's the type of thing they would say here.
Oh man, they take it a step further.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Alex Jones just wants to sell you frog repellent.
They would probably try to be pushing people to do crimes and such against each other, against the people who shouldn't be here. But of course, they're not actually telling you to do it.
Ah, so this is a satire news group, like The Onion.
They're not actually saying it. It's not their fault if some unhinged individual decided to take a gun and go shoot up a place. Even though that's exactly what they want them to do. That's exactly what they're trying to manipulate them to do. The werewolves have been trying to get this network shut down for years. They've hit a few public broadcasting stations, but it's really hard to find the people who are actually in charge of it. But Empty Springs is a big enough town, and it's important enough to Pentex that they actually have a studio here. And that would probably be based on your research, Nevin, this would probably be the place that would be the easiest to hit based on what you have seen from your own investigations.
Well, I'm just gonna get everyone's opinions on the matter, though.
It's been about 3 days. You guys have had a chance to relax, to work, to get some stuff together. And that's when Nevin comes to you with some information that he has been able to acquire.
Nevin was
As
the
you-
second one, right? The second vampire?
No, Nevin is your...
Oh, right. Sorry.
You're good. You're good. As you all would meet up at Michael's place.
Why are we all meeting up there?
That's where you would all be called together to meet up with, as Nevin has some more information for everybody.
Okay. Well, Nevin?
Yes. This red network thing, I think I'm of the opinion that we should strike them. Like, they seem pretty much our best option right now.
All right. Well, that's not an unpopular opinion, so I'm down. Though, I'm pretty sure Michael and the others usually tend to want to spare any sort of innocence.
And what's the plan? Just go in and take their recording software?
That's a good question. I don't actually know how to best hurt them. Kind of hoping you guys would have some ideas on the matter. Like, do we take out the these whatever is responsible first, or do we just take out their equipment? What sort of
Go there, take out their equipment, kill Bane spirits, simple stuff.
yeah.
Well, I'm down.
Joke.
Yeah, sounds like an interesting time.
Is it one of the things on the list from Gawain?
Nope.
You have not yet received their information yet. You got a message. That information will be forthcoming within probably the next 2 or 3 days by the end of the week. Both vampires are still doing some deep research yet.
Hmm.
They're working hard on this for you guys.
Michael will just shrug and begin gathering his gear.
There is one thing that you would want to be concerned about, and it's one of the reasons that they haven't hit that many of the news stations, is at those places can be dangerous, not because of necessarily the people there, or even the creatures. They might not usually be, I mean, they're Banes, so they're likely able to rip a normal person apart. But against a group of werewolves, they can usually deal with one Bane pretty easily. It's the fact of the news stuff itself. You guys cannot allow this sort of information to get out that you are
recording.
werewolves. Yeah. That's where it's dangerous.
What sort of place is this that actually houses this red network? Like, how busy is the area?
It's downtown. It's in one of the busiest parts of town, the business district. There are a lot of clubs down there. There's a lot of shopping centers down there. There's a couple of studios for different news networks and such. That's all, like, where all those places are for the local news. It's a pretty busy place usually on any given day or even night. It has a very bustling nightlife. Vampires are also kind of expected around there. It's kind of where they congregate a little bit.
Yeah. It's like just hearing that description, you just go, yep, that's definitely a vampire hangout.
Yeah. This place itself likely isn't, but you're in this sort of their territory. This is definitely a location where going wolf would be dangerous to do. This is the sort of mission that you would have to kind of plan out how exactly you want to approach it and do it, and then kind of make your move.
Keep on the down low and then decisive strike.
Knock on the door. Hey, we're the repairman for the radio signal. Go up there, snap.
Then they call the real repairman.
For this type of facility, let's see. Michael, make a computer roll. Computer plus intelligence for me.
Unless my hacking specialty would apply.
You can use that.
Oh, good.
Oh,
I was about to say, it's never gonna end.
Well, instead of a 1, it is now a 6.
Exceptional
Alright.
success.
That's an exceptional success. So, Michael, you have connections to Pentex. You have connection to their networks and such. So, you would be able to look up some information. You would be able to, start digging a little bit to find out what do we need to know and such about this type of facility. What might be walking into.
Well, he was planning to, he would happily look into this stuff, except Loop kind of changed the passwords and...
That was for the server stuff. This is from your own information and things that you would be able to gain access through their network that you're already a part of. But apparently, according to this, after the terrorist attack that devastated their facility, they have begun to reassign first teams from other areas across the country and moving some of them over into Empty Springs. First teams are basically special forces humans, as well as people who have been possessed by Banes known as Fomori. They are very dangerous. They are armed with usually weapons that can face werewolves or supernatural creatures. They are in the know, so they are not going to freeze if they see a supernatural creature, and they are purposely indoctrinated and trained to resist the delirium and the supernatural effects of seeing werewolves.
He'll, of course, relay that to the others.
And there are some of those there?
Yes.
They're
Okay.
running security for the place.
Gotcha.
They're not
And
going to be full. They're not going to be fully equipped with like their big guns, but they're going to have probably stronger weapons on site that they can go to if there's an issue or problem.
And like that TV announcer guy, that would be a Fomori.
Yes, that would be a Fomora. You'd be looking at things like that. Let me grab you another picture real quick too. Here you go. This is a Fomori and a first team human member side by side.
You can
If
see
you
the
like-
werewolf in the foreground.
Yep. As you can see on the Fomori's arms, it has a fucking Gatling gun.
You know.
These guys are equipped with heavy-duty silver weapons. Like, you're talking shotguns, Gatling guns, rocket launchers. Like, they come ready to fight when they show up. They are extremely dangerous and deadly. To be fair, though, most of them are still human. If you get within melee distance of them, you're going to rip their head off.
Okay.
The problem is
And,
getting into melee distance of them.
Not a problem for me.
Yeah.
And you have to hope that's not a Fomori you're getting close to, because the Fomori can be just as strong as you are. likely for this type of mission, according to your research, very few Fomori are going to be used because they're going to be around people so much.
Right.
So they're going to want to be careful and such with that. They don't want anyone to really notice too much. So, if you guys went in with a plan and with what you were sort of expecting to do, you could probably get around the security team, but you would know security would be higher than it was before. These people would be trained to fight you if they were given reason to and such. Your information does not give you the exact security stuff. That wouldn't be part of anything here. That would be on its own network. But they are moving quite a few members to patrol different sites of Pentex's holding throughout Empty Springs. But there are a lot of them, so they are probably going to be divided up into small squads, probably 4 or 5 man groups at most.
So what is it that we want to accomplish at the Red Network?
Kill Pentex.
How do you kill the entity?
By making sure there are no physical survivors.
That's a good way.
Keep in mind, between 70 to 80% of these people are probably just doing their job. Normal humans.
Mm.
You go ahead and file that under shit I already know.
And are you planning on just going in guns blazing so they can turn on a camera to say, here's the people who... Here's the terrorists.
No.
No.
No one ever lets me have fun like that.
Ugh. Don't worry, there'll be a day when we can just cut loose. Right now, I think... Yeah, it looks like this situation calls for subtlety.
Well, as far as subtlety goes, there's only one werewolf I know that's good at that.
I think the best plan here would probably be to simply go in, disable their entire network, and possibly we could disconnect them from the outside to really ensure that they'd have nothing getting out.
And then we kill him.
Yes.
Well, I'm sold.
If you really wanted to get into a fight, get into the mega cage.
One of the
Okay.
prisons.
Uh-huh. That's a Pentex prison.
Do they?
Pentex front. That's where they. Remember how I was talking about how one of the things they air is prison fights?
Yeah.
That's what he was talking about there. Just try to get invited into one of those.
What if we took them like engaged?
That's done through prisons across the United States.
Mm. So we need to dismantle the U.S. system of imprisonment.
We gotta destroy the system.
New World Order, New World Order.
So how would you guys want to try to approach this place? Like, what kind of ideas do you guys have, and I can give like feedback on what your characters would know.
Well, I know we have a tank.
You do have a tank, yes.
I'm of the
Yes,
opinion that we try to cut them off from the outside and then go in and deal with them from there.
Mm-hmm. You would
I
likely
do
need
concur.
assistance in order to do that. Other werewolves could do that. A mage possibly could be able to help you isolate the area. The werewolves are aware of a few mages, and you guys have worked with them, so they're on okay terms. So the pack here might be able to put out feelers to find someone who could help with that, if that is what you wish to do. Likely some of the most difficult challenges that you guys are going to be facing, though, is how are you going to get in? What are you going to do once you are inside? And how are you going to deal with the civilian factor? One method you could use to approach is Michael could get you guys in as a higher up in Pentex. He could use the excuse of investigating to make sure that everything is as it should be. And they would probably bend over backwards to make sure that he got everything he was supposed to see, so to speak. Or you guys could attempt to infiltrate through the Umbra, come in through the spirit world side, and then step sideways into our world in the location. Or you could just try to break it. That is another path you guys could attempt too, if you wanted. Those are just three methods off the top of my head that your characters could probably think of pretty quickly.
Once we get inside, just set something on fire and fire, fire. That'll get everybody out.
Mm-hmm.
What's everybody else's ideas?
Well, the fire's an interesting idea. I say we try to case the place out a little bit, try to get some movements on, like a movement of people's comings and goings, see if we can try to get their schedules down.
Michael could probably do that one better. He could probably actually go in and get their schedules and such.
Oh.
If he tried to go in undercover.
What do you think, Michael?
I say we go for it.
So you go in alone first?
Seems that that would be our best option.
Okay. Well, when would you guys want to try to do this? Would you want to do it that day? Would you want to wait a day or two?
As soon as possible.
It would be up to Michael when he wants to when would be the best time to infiltrate.
For that, probably anytime. If he sent email ahead of time saying he was coming, then they would probably be jumping up and down trying to get ready, and he would basically have full access.
Alternatively, don't give them any warning and play it off as a surprise inspection.
Also a possibility you could attempt to do, yes.
Would probably create even more chaos.
That would be very true, because then they would be freaking out. Because Pentex can be very murderous if someone doesn't live up to the standards they expect. It's not just power they're fighting for, it is literally survival too. But yes, Michael, you could likely head over there and attempt to deal with them and get what you wanted from them. If that was what you wished.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. So what do you dress as?
I mean,
Do you go with like a suit and tie, or more casual? Like, what sort of outfit will you want to do this inspection in?
a suit and tie. However, the suit itself will be black, but the shirt and tie and such is going to be a nice blood red color.
Okay. I like it. I like it. What kind of vehicle are you going to take to head to the news station?
He'll rent a limo.
I like it. I like it. That's what I was hoping you would say.
He will drive over to his actual office and then have the limo meet him there.
Also, I'm just imagining you calling Cody and going, "Hey, I need to borrow a limo."
I don't think don't think Michael and Cody have actually met.
You guys would know of each other. That's why you parked your tank with him and everything.
True.
So you would likely
I
be able
think
to call him
Michael-
and request.
I think Michael would be more likely to call Marcone.
Marcone could also help with that.
You know, somebody that who would employ people that would know not to ask questions.
Yes.
Or answer questions if questioned.
Yes, Marcone would be happy to provide someone for you. So as you make it to your business, it's only a few minutes before the limo pulls up and the door opens for you.
Michael will simply get in and settle himself in.
And as you get into the car, there is a man sitting across from you. He is a man wearing a dark suit, blonde hair, somewhat a little long, but not like in the way of anything. And he has piercing blue eyes. You have seen this man before. He was with Marcone when you guys met in the Sixth Circle to discuss things. And he was basically standing there as
I'm gonna need
his
to step
bodyguard,
away
basically.
very shortly.
What?
The delivery's almost here.
Okay. Go ahead and go get your dum-dums.
Thank you
I will
again
get-
for that, Quinetta.
I will grab my din-din then, while you are getting your num-nums.
It'll be just a moment to run down, but okay.
I'll sit here and deject humor.
And deject humor?
Yeah.
You don't want
It would
humor?
be a good time for an ad break.
True. It would. Well, we'll go ahead and run that ad
Yes.
break, and we'll be back shortly.
Advertise my dejectiveness.
I mean, for those that are subscribed, obviously, hello, you still hear me, and the rest of them. But we're just gonna be kind of just sitting here chatting and stuff while we wait on this.
I wonder if that reduces ad revenue.
What do you mean?
If you run an ad, like let's say everyone is subscribed to you, so like literally no one sees the ad. So even though you're running an ad, technically no one sees it. So therefore, maybe you don't get any revenue from it.
Getting my tasty num-nums made real quick.
I mean, I'm pretty transparent on things. Basically, being subscribed to me gives me more revenue than you watching ads.
Oh no, I absolutely know that as someone who's seen how Twitch works. I'm just curious as to like for the ad revenue specifically, do you still get ad revenue for people who are subscribed to you even though they don't see the ad, or do they not is there like literally no way that they actually take note of that, so you still get like the pennies that they give you for running an ad break?
I do not get paid ad rev for people that are subscribed. No.
Okay. I did not know that.
Now, if someone to log out and watch the stream, then they would get the ad.
Yeah.
One moment. Be right back.
A magnanimous dispensation.
Hold on, break. I'm
Tokeme
gonna
tipped
go get some quick snacks.
$110.
There we go.
Back.
Well, there goes the donation goal, I guess.
Yay.
What do you mean?
Good job, Toshimi.
Oh, Toshime paid for it. I thought there would have been a sound that played.
It did.
Oh,
Yeah, I
you-
was gonna
you did,
say,
but-
did it not play?
I didn't hear it.
It's supposed to be transmitting.
I think there was, yeah.
Maybe I'm just getting really tired and I don't even realize it.
Well,
Yeah,
either way,
maybe your mic
thank you
doesn't
so much for
register.
that donation, Toshime. I really appreciate the support. And Quinetta, the pizza has been received successfully.
Joke.
Now you're making
I
me
have-
want the pizza pie.
I had just made it back.
Oh, he's so cute.
I just like the fact that the only respectable pizza place around me is a place called Domino's. I don't have Papa's Pizza. I don't have Papa John's Pizza. I got Domino's and I got Pizza Hut. Domino's wins that.
Well, I see the donation goal has been met.
Imagine that.
Interesting.
Now, if we're talking pizza places, there's a good one called Maxie's. But when COVID hit, the one in this town went out of business, while the one in the next town over is still going.
My closest pizza place is called Sirius.
Serious?
Yes.
Well, then you can get your own pizza.
There's also a daycare center called the Fox Nest.
Ah, furries.
Oh, Michael. Or, wow, yeah. So, Michael. Interesting for you to call my employer for a limo of all things. Where are you headed to? And he's just like leaning back a little bit in his seat. One leg crossed over the other, hands resting on his lap.
Michael raises a brow. Well, I kind of called your employer because I need people that don't ask questions and don't answer questions. Though I suppose you do need the address at least. And Michael will hand over the address.
He will take the piece of paper, glance at it for a moment before you see his eyes, like one eyebrow go up before he'll pass it over to the driver. And then a screen of glass will come up and cut you guys off from the actual front seat. There. We can talk in private now. So you're going after the Red Network for Pentex, I see.
Michael will smile and nod.
My employer has asked me to offer what assistance I may in whatever you might require, or if you need information, I am to provide it. He considers this to be a good investment.
Well, is there anything that your employer might have to be forwarded?
There is a powerful Bane spirit that runs the network. Many of the more popular talking heads that are employed here are infected by Banes, either manipulated or fully possessed. Most of the staff, though, otherwise, is, from what I understand, they might be dicks, but they are not manipulated or controlled by supernatural forces. Just their own greed, hubris, and, well, being assholes.
That is good to know. Very good information indeed.
You're going to cause quite a stir just showing up. And he will reach into his coat pocket, pull out a badge, and hand it to you. My employer had this made through his resources. It should ensure that anyone trying to look into you will fail.
Ah, well, that is very appreciated. I will say my original plan was simply go in and throw weight around and hope it all works out.
This badge should assist you in that. He considers your investigation to be worth the resources if it means damaging Pentex after what they've done.
Oh, there will be plenty of damages. I will ensure of that. Is there a way that you might be able to remove all of their... completely disconnect the building? Power, network, everything.
Yes, I would be able to do that.
That would certainly be of a great assistance. A concern is certainly that there possibly being recordings. And I don't suppose there's some Play-Doh available.
He just smiles. Well, a man always needs to accessorize, of course.
Well, while I am going in, I would appreciate if you disconnect the building and then see about possibly setting some charges. My associates will be nearby and ready to assist if required.
He will nod. I can do so.
Excellent.
And scene shift. You guys, as Michael's heading off to drive off to his work, Perry, your phone starts ringing.
Oh boy. Answer the phone.
Perry, are you there?
Yes, I
It
am.
is Winter Sun.
What's the matter?
He lets out like a low sigh. I'm going to need your pack to come here immediately.
Michael's a little bit busy right now, but everybody else we'll be on our way.
Okay. Please hurry. It is important.
Hey guys, we got a mission. Time to go
Yeah.
see Winter Sun.
All right.
Be right there. Hang up.
God, there seems to be a dog in my.
Hey, I'm gonna be abandoned.
You'll be fine on your reconnaissance mission.
Don't worry, Michael, you'll be okay. So you guys head off to the park?
Yep.
I at least text Michael saying where we're going.
And so you guys, it doesn't take too long, maybe like 20 minutes. You
Can I
guys
take
get
my
to the...
car?
You'd be able to, yes. And as you guys make it to the park, Winter Sun is Winter Sun is waiting for you as you guys park. Winter Sun doesn't normally leave the park. And yet he's waiting in the parking lot for you guys to arrive.
Damn.
I didn't know the park had a parking lot.
There's a park
Most
to like
parks
get
do.
off and then walk through it and everything.
Fair enough.
Though I'm not sure being in the parking lot actually qualifies as leaving the park.
No, normally he doesn't even leave the actual like area deep inside of the park.
He likes to
Fair,
stay
I'm
by the
just saying I
cabins
don't
where
think
the
it really
werewolf-
quite counts as leaving the park.
Fair.
He's left the area that we are used to seeing him.
Mm-hmm.
Spirit sight.
Wait, how
I'm
many
going to
of us
call it-
are? Wait, how many of us are there in the group that goes to the park?
All of us except Michael.
Yeah, you four.
Okay, so I'm just counting because you know, the Humvee actually only is supposed to house like 5 people tops.
Yep, you have enough room.
Spirit sight around Winter Sun just to be sure.
It's him. He's actually in his human form for once. Most of the time that you see him, he's in his werewolf form. The human form, he is about 5 feet, nothing. His hair is very, very white, like the color of freshly fallen snow. And he's very thin and like reedy.
He was bred different.
Like very different from the giant 9-foot tall muscular white wolf that you saw before.
Now, here's the question. Would people recognize him?
If you looked at him with your spirit sight, you would be able to tell this is Winter Sun. And his scent is also the same.
That's a good way to tell who people are. Most things don't even think about the smell.
For werewolves, the smell is, well, important.
Oh yeah, I need someone else to vouch for me on that because, you know, poor sense of smell.
The scent is the ventilation to the soul.
Yes, this is Winter Sun.
He's going to nod to you guys as you get out of the Humvee. I'm sorry for having to call you guys so quickly, but it was important. Well, you've been summoned.
Oh. What for?
By who?
Lord Kaiga.
Who's that?
He is the patron spirit of this place. He's been asleep for about the last year and a half, almost 2 years now.
Oh. Well, this seems like a great honor.
Seems very, how do you say, important.
I don't know why he's awakened. Likely he's been able to regenerate enough power. Around 2 years ago, he used a lot of it in order to assist
up.
us
Hold
in
the
driving
line.
back
This
minions of
hamlet
everyone
shall
that broke
not
into the real
fall.
world.
Jurenda raided my stream with 11 viewers.
Hello there, Jurenda. Welcome on in. Thank you very much for that raid. How did your stream go? let's go ahead and get a clip brought up for you.
Yeah, and I need to level.
You might want to put Jean on your party so that your shadow doesn't die.
I'll use Sayu because Jean's level 10 friendship.
Okay.
So Stonegate?
Yeah. Do you want to double check if the unusual hilly trail is up at the top, just in case?
But I don't have a...
So that was, yes, Jorenda. A lot of people actually use those automatic clip grabber things. But welcome on in, everybody. I am Razim. We do variety gaming here. Recently, I've been doing Total War Warhammer 3, as well as 2 Point Campus and Phasmophobia. And of course, we have a lot of tabletop games. D&D, Pathfinder. Right now we are doing World of Darkness, Werewolf. Later on this evening we are going to be switching over to Exalted. And then we also have a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon tabletop game coming in the near future. So thank you again for that raid, Jorenda. I see you were doing a tabletop RPG as well. I'd love to hear more about it. But I'm going to be in the chat now to stop interrupting the game.
E. Thirsty Swordlet. What? Hold on, I want to hear about this game.
Moriarty, focus.
I am focusing. I'm focusing on the chat right now. You want us to do that, don't you?
Hi, Jorenda. I am Kerr. I'm the DM, the storyteller for this game. Also, Zim's boyfriend. I'm the one who runs both the games today. Anyway, back to the game, everyone. Yes. If you could, please come. He didn't tell us why he called you, only that he wanted you to come to his presence. And he will bid you all to please follow him if you are okay with it.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, it feels a bit wrong to like go on without Michael, but I suppose it's important.
He will lead you guys back to the park. And the sun has started to set at this point. As you guys reach the lake.
All right.
Barney, you see dozens of the werewolves that you have come to know and probably kicked the ass of repeatedly.
Right.
Many of them are standing around the lake itself, and while you might normally not see it because of the sun, here now you can see the waters of the lake are glowing.
Okay. So is this like a spirit?
Yes. And Winter Sun will bid you all to step into the Umbra to converse with him.
All right. So I assume we follow into the Ember then, or we're expected to.
Winter Sun would offer to go with you if you wanted him to go with.
I'll leave that up to him. I assume that I assume he wouldn't put us in a position where we wouldn't be either safe or unable to handle ourselves. So
No, Winter Sun would have told you guys on the way here. Lord Kaiga is basically considered to be the patron spirit of this pack here and the protector of this cairn. He is a very, very powerful spirit. And he is firmly on the side of Gaia.
now, technically speaking, from my understanding, we're not actually part of this particular pack, right? So
That
we
is
would
true.
actually.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
Which is why he took the time to explain that to you guys.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. No, this is the head honcho spirit who sort of runs things here in the spirit world and basically kind of tells the werewolves what they should do.
Gotcha. You know, that actually, I realize the fact that we're not actually part of this pack has a major implication.
Our community grows.
More than one.
Yes. But the most important implication, I think, is that that's not Barney's rock. That's his vacation rock.
Mm-hmm.
That's his summer rock.
You have a summer rock. Does that mean you also have a winter rock then too?
No, he has a winter sun.
But Hey, baby. My cat desires pets. I must pet the cat. But yes, would everyone let in everyone willing to step sideways?
Yep.
Into the Umbra, sure.
Let's go.
You have all been in the Umbra before. Basically, a lot of the werewolves live here in the spirit world. It's basically very similar to what it is in the real world, except there's more buildings and such. And they've expanded the area a little bit, and there's also quite a few spirits moving around and such as well.
Hello, Jaffer.
Hey, Jaffer. Welcome, welcome. And as you step sideways, things are different this time. The lake is blazing with a deep sapphire blue light this time. Like, it's so bright, it's almost like a miniature sun. And you can feel the power that is radiating off of this pool. Before you can see movement with clear waters. As a great serpent begins to rise out of the waters. Its scales look like they are made of solid sapphire. Its appearance very much looks like an Eastern dragon. It's got little whiskers on the front of its face, and it's toweringly large. Like, when it rears up into the air, it's nearly 30 feet tall. It towers over the trees as it looks down at you guys.
It's noodles.
And yet, in its presence, its scales are giving off that same faint light that the lake is. Under that light is a feeling of safety and protection. as he will lower himself down into the water to be closer to your level. Now he's only like 10 feet taller than you rather than the 30, 40 feet taller he was before.
Everyone
Still
show respect.
gigantic.
He's going to lean forward a little bit, kind of looking at all of you, before he will nod his head slightly. Greetings, children of the hunter. His voice is deep, and when you hear it, it's less you hear it and more you feel it. Like, his simple voice alone is enough that, like, you can feel it reverberate through you.
It's more than a voice in your head.
Yeah, when he talks, you don't hear it. You feel it. You experience it. Be welcome in my domain. While you are here, no harm shall come to you. I give you my oath.
And then Sniper Shot takes out Barney's head, and the dragon loses all its power.
You just hear, take the shot.
We already had combat here.
Yeah.
If people remember Aaron.
Mm-hmm. I wish to call you here because you have done a great service for my children. And though you do not serve the Earth Mother, beholden as you are to the Wolf Father.
I'm sorry. I just gotta say real quick. I got the idea. I got the vision of somebody stubbing their toe as they shuffle, and thus he loses all his power because harm came to them. Carry on. I'm sorry.
You're good. I wished to offer my thanks and reward to all of you. In offering to you for the assistance that you have done against the great enemy, and what I have been told by Winter Sun is the great quest that you have chosen to undertake for Gaia.
That sounds about right. Barney? Nevin?
Well, I don't know what to say.
You're in awe of the presence.
Yep.
As we should be.
So you want to thank us in some way?
He nods.
Are you asking for the way to thank us, or did you have something in mind, or
I had something planned, yes.
all right then? By all means.
By the way, I shared an image.
I respectfully accept.
This is how I kind of imagine him to be.
Ooh.
And here's another image.
Hmm.
I like this second one a little bit more.
The one you posted in Lost Mage?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. I posted the wrong one. I'm sorry. Give me a
Way
second.
to exclude me.
I'm posting it over in Werewolf. Here you go. This is basically who you're talking to.
The elemental pole of the west. Ha.
Well, that doesn't like make us seem insignificant or anything.
He's shrunk himself down to be smaller. So he's not this big. But he could be this big if he needed to be. He's much more compact and family friendly.
Once again, the image is in the Tabletop image channel on the Discord that you guys can go look at. If you're watching this on YouTube, again, you search by the title of this stream and you can find it through that. Carry on.
Come forth, little spirit binder, and receive my blessings.
And I'll step forward and go down on one knee.
He will nod. For your services that you have given me, I give you dominion over the spirits of this place. Those who serve Gaia will answer your call. And those spirits, though they have turned from Gaia, will still be obligated to answer your questions and queries. And as he speaks, his whiskers kind of flash with lightning before, to all of you, it looks like, it basically looks like Perry just gets struck by a giant bolt of lightning and engulfed for like a good 5 seconds. Perry, when this happens, you feel nothing but like a gentle warmth wash over you. And when the light fades, you are perfectly unharmed. Please, Perry, to your character sheet, add a merit of contacts 5, please.
Okay.
You said Perry had that?
Yeah, Perry.
Perry the werewolf!
Perry the
A werewolf?
werewolf? What are you doing here?
Well, you see, I came here thinking this was a furry convention, but I think I got turned around.
Thank you, and I'll step back in line.
He went on.
I wanted to try out my new Furryinator!
Oh
It
god.
makes everything free. Alright, Perry, to let you know, that context comes with a special little clause. Any spirit that you call is obligated to answer one question truthfully to you to the best of its knowledge.
That
You
can be
see,
powerful.
when I was younger, I would always try to go online to hang out with my friends, but they always called me horrible names because I wanted to be all the fuzzy, cute critters out there. And so now everyone will be furry.
This might have something to do with the fact that I was raised by ocelots, but whatever.
Or did I just like ocelots? I can't remember.
No, he was raised by ocelots. That's canon.
Oh, God.
What have we done?
You rolled
Pretty
the
good.
dice.
I'm sorry, I had to carry on the joke.
No, you're good.
Colt Single Action Army, the greatest handgun in the world.
Now, you little soldier, as he says that, his gaze shifts over on Nevin.
Me?
Yep.
Well, obviously, if he said big soldier, he'd be talking to me.
Well, I just step forward.
Now you die.
You do not wish to partake in the gifts that Father Wolf has given you, preferring instead to the trappings of men. I grant you this blessing to wield a small faction of my power against the enemies of Gaia. And as he speaks, a tiny piece of one of his whiskers breaks off and comes streaking down at you like a bolt of lightning. You may add to your character sheet, Nevin, Fetish 5.
Ooh.
This is a supernatural weapon that will allow you to use your firearms with. When it's not in use, it can wrap around your wrist like a bracelet, and it can unfold itself when it's needed.
Oh, where do I add that?
Under your merits. You can just type it in.
Fetish 5. Yes.
This weapon will do aggravated damage against anything that is considered to be an enemy of Gaia. And it basically is going to act like a giant bolt of lightning when you use it.
This. Well, I am in awe.
Basically, it's like a miniature rail cannon. Only it's made out of a piece of a dragon's whisker.
I feel unworthy of such a gift, but I accept it. Great one. Thank you.
He will nod his head.
And I step back.
Step forward, fallen soldier.
Fallen soldier.
Possibly me.
He is looking at you, Drake, when he says that.
Oh, okay. I thought so. Alright, I step forward.
Curious.
You who have been stripped of your land, your territory, your home, pack, and family. And yet, despite this, you continue to fight, even for a home that is not yours. I grant you this blessing to call upon those who have come before you when you are in need. And as he speaks, a bolt of his power engulfs you, just like it did with Perry. Drake, to your character sheet, please add ally 5.
Under Maris, like everyone else did?
Yep. Yep,
Alright.
yep.
Alright.
And you can feel it within you, Drake. Through your shadow, you can summon the souls of wolves who have fallen in battle to fight once again at your side.
Man, that's gonna be really epic if Barney ever dies.
Think if he summons Barney's old pack mates.
Technically, they weren't really pack mates. They were just soldiers.
Your squad. Still a pack.
So, not throwing shade on the U.S. government or anything, but I think soldiers would be less powerful than werewolves.
And finally, little fighter, step forward. As he's looking at you, Barney.
Wait, what did he? What specifically did he call Barney?
Little fighter.
Mm. And he steps forward, saying that he is being specifically addressed.
I mean, he called me little as well. I'm basically like 6'7" tall.
I give you my personal blessing. You fight the enemies of Gaia with true rage and ferocity, worthy to be called one of my children and my champion. If you will accept my blessing.
Now this is an out of character question, but I suppose would accepting this kind of blessing, like, therefore disassociate me from like anything future like this?
Accepting his blessing is basically agreeing to become his champion.
Ye-
He will grant you a measure of his power, and in exchange, he will ask you basically to do things for him. Probably for you, he will ask you to murder enemies of the worm,
Gotcha.
or he will ask you to murder
Allies
basically
of the
minions
worm.
of the worm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically the same thing that you were already going to do.
Gotcha.
Plus, you gain his bane.
Yes, you will. There will be a requirement of something that you cannot do anymore.
Okay, so there's going to be something I can't do. So this is kind of the same thing that Domino did.
Mm-hmm. Similar. Basically, you will, in exchange of accepting something that it's going to be the same bane that he himself is under, because he's going to infuse you with some of his power. You will not be able to.
I gain his bane, but I gain immense power.
Yes.
Okay, I'll accept this. Just simply because I feel like it would be insulting if I didn't.
He is an extremely powerful spirit. You're probably not going to find many spirits who can kind of go toe to toe with him.
Right.
He's one of Gaia's greatest champions.
Yes. I'm not pushing that aside, but also it's like I don't know what his bane is.
Yes, that is
so
true.
Regardless of not knowing what his bane is, he is literally like propositioning me here, and regardless of like if his bane is really good or not, I feel obligated to accept. And so Barney will.
As you do, unlike with the others, it's not lightning that strikes you, Barney. It is a giant pillar of water that engulfs you. You can still breathe in it, and you can see beautiful kaleidoscopes of color dancing within the water as it swirls. You have never seen water so pure and clear as what is floating around you right now. And you can feel that water flowing into you, into your soul, and becoming part of it. And it leaves you feeling clean. Like before, there was something dirty on your soul, on your spirit. And now it has been cleansed as this washes over you. Barney?
Yeah?
To your character sheet, please put totem.
Totem. All right.
Ooh.
Come on, sheet. What are you doing? Sheet? Hello? Sheet? I'm clicking sheet? Sheet? All right. That's a merit, right?
Yes. That'll go under merits.
Totem. Gotcha.
Your bane is following. You must attempt to render aid to any child of Gaia, if possible.
What constitutes a child of Gaia?
Any werewolf that has not fallen to the worm, any human that has not fallen to the worm as well.
Gotcha. And
Now
this is I need to like make my best attempt, or
yes. Like If it's clearly like suicidal, you don't have to do it. But if there's a chance that you can save someone, like that's someone who's being attacked by a Bane Spirit, you have to intervene if you think you could defeat this Bane Spirit or get them away from it. You don't have to do anything intrinsically stupid or suicidal. Like if you see people being attacked and tortured, you don't have to immediately intervene so long as like you're planning like to ambush the leader and take them down and then free everyone once you've done that. Does that make sense?
Say that last part one more time.
So remember how before you guys came across in the mage game, you came across a group of humans who were being sold to Bane Spirits?
Yeah.
So say you didn't save them immediately, but you found out who the leader was and then immediately killed them and then freed the people, you can do that.
Okay.
Even if
So
they're
I
being tortured
I
in
need
front of
to I cannot turn a blind eye to someone in of that position. I assume that there is a certain amount of time before I'm going to be slapped for that.
You basically have to make intentions of helping them as soon as possible.
Gotcha.
So it's like, hey, I'm going undercover at this news station. Hey, I'm seeing this guy being abused by this worm spirit. It's like, okay, I have to keep my cover in order to take down the big head honcho, and then I can deal with all the small fry once I do that. That would be okay to do. You would not violate your ban for that.
Gotcha. All right.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
And now, the big question. Pure tribes.
No. So the benefits you gain for accepting this totem is following. Water and ice cannot cause you harm or do anything to disrupt you. If you were in a giant rainstorm...
Oh, great. He no longer has to bathe.
Some examples of ways this is useful. Ice cannot chill you if you were going through snow. You would not slip on ice. If it's raining or a downpour, you can see through it like it was a nice, clear summer day. You cannot drown. Water pressure would not be able to harm you.
Okay.
You gain the ability to liquefy your body.
All right. Do you have these all written down?
No, you would need to write these down.
Okay. Let me get a thing to start writing then.
Yeah, accepting a totem is a big deal in Werewolf Society. A very big deal to accept it. And he can share this with all of you if you all agree to follow his rules.
What? But then that doesn't make me special.
They would get lesser versions of it.
Okay. All right. So start over again.
Water and ice cannot impede or harm you.
Does that mean I can just like walk through snow as though it's not there?
Yes. And cold will not harm you either from snow. You can be out on your rock in the middle of winter and everything will be fine.
Cool. I'm gonna be one of those guys who's like, it's not cold out, it's only -30.
As you're fighting over in the lake, fighting against an underwater Bane Spirit, and it drags you under and tries to drown you, and you're just like, okay, don't care.
Bruh, this is my domain. I have become a seal wolf.
You think water's going to impede me?
Think again.
You fool. I don't need to
Ah,
breathe
so
anymore.
you think water is your ally?
You can liquefy your body. You can turn your body into liquid and control it.
That one sounds incredibly useful, actually.
It's 1 point to activate it, and it lasts for one scene.
All right, that's been added.
And the final one is by spending 1 point, you can manipulate any source of water nearby. Water or electricity.
Manipulate water, electricity. For 1 point, how is that also a scene?
That's for one source, for one thing.
One action.
Yeah.
Costs. So it doesn't. I'm confused.
You spend one moat. You can manipulate one source of electricity or one source of water
So
to
it
do
costs
whatever.
one moat, and that's an action.
Yes.
Costs one moat as an action. So water or ice cannot impede harm. Ice and cold is not harmful. I can turn to a liquid body and I can control it, but that costs 1 point to activate. Lasts for one scene. I can manipulate water or electricity with one moat as a basic action. And then I believe there was something that you said, like water pressure does not harm me.
That's part of the water. Cannot harm or impede you.
And I can't drown, which I guess also includes impede or harm.
Yep. Basically, if it's anything that involves water or ice, it cannot do anything to you.
Not just, cold.
I can't be frozen in ice like Captain America.
Correct. Also, if you want to, you can basically treat like water like it doesn't exist.
Oh, cool.
So you could just like drop 30 feet in water and then suddenly stop, like you're landing on a solid surface on the water.
I am Jesus Wolf.
This is going to be interesting with me having Heart of Water.
Wait, am I? Can I actually walk on water? Is that a thing I can do?
Yes, you could.
I'm Jesus Wolf.
Water does not impede you. If you could
not
not move on
necessarily
it, if you could not move on it, it would impede you.
That's not an impediment of the water. That's an impediment of the land beneath the water.
Falls under the water.
The water just happens to be in the way.
Yes. He is. He's a very powerful spirit, so he gives some pretty good things, but his bane is pretty nasty because it's always going to force you to deal with nasty things.
But you're already dealing with those nasty things.
But yeah, you already like fighting things. And don't worry, Kivya, Michael, I have blessings for you guys planned out when you meet him. He will be giving them to you, and I think you guys will like it.
Now that
Meanwhile, Michael's probably dying over at the place, trying to get his backup in there, and it's not coming.
All of this is happening while you're driving right now.
Like Michael. At the park, like typing, like at the park, miss you. Hope you're not dying.
It's literally right when you're talking with him about, yes, a man always likes to accessorize. Michael, your phone buzzes. Hey, Michael, we're talking with the dragon. Hope everything is going okay.
I was actually thinking about that and thinking Michael would have turned his phone off.
Oh, That's also probably smart. So yeah, no, you're good.
He would have turned it off until he needs them.
But yeah, with this new liquid form, maybe Barney can actually start doing stuff on like stealth missions.
It would be handy.
Wait,
Form
hold on.
of
Extremely
a
handy.
puddle.
Hold on. Does liquid form? How much can liquid form do?
You turn into water.
Does that mean I can become water vapor?
Dangerous, but theoretically, yes.
Yee.
It'd probably be easy to move just under doors as water.
Under doors, through ventilation shafts.
Mm-hmm. Into someone's lungs and drown them from the inside.
Through the
Or just
pipes, bursting
No,
up
no,
out of a toilet.
What I do is I get in someone's cup, they drink me, and then I manifest.
Explosion!
I go from getting to be water to getting to be covered in chunky salsa.
Yes. As Michael, you are pulling up to the studio. I think this is a good place to end for today and get ready for Exalted.
Two things real quick.
Yes.
When they get out of the spirit realm, Barney is 100% announcing to everyone, because they're already gathered, that he is now the spirit's champion. Can you give me the name of the spirit, by the way, so that I can, like, you know,
Kaiga.
actually... Taiga?
Kaiga.
Kaiga. Kaiga, too cute. Okay.
So it's no dice roll for manipulation water for him.
Yeah, he just manipulates water. He has the backing of basically the one of the biggest spirits of water.
Wait, I will literally announce that I have accepted the position as Kaiga's champion, and then at that point I do want to poke in about our fame, because you did mention a while ago that there were potentially some things that may have updated our fame, and haven't heard back on those yet. And so I just wanted to get a little poke on it.
Yes, your fame would be going up by 2. Everyone else's fame would go up by 1.
Oh, okay. Which fame? Honor, glory, purity.
You guys would gain. Each of you would gain 1 point of glory, 1 point in honor. You specifically, Moriarty, would get 2 points in honor.
So we all get 1 point in glory, you said?
Yes.
Glory
Excellent.
and honor.
2 points in honor.
Yes, you get 2 points in honor because you chose to become Kaiga's champion.
Let's go!
We are all heroes. You and Boo and I. Hamsters and rangers everywhere. Rejoice!
I got glory 5 and
Thank you,
honor 4.
Quinetta.
I'm almost maxed.
Honor and glory.
Yes, brother!
I hope everyone had fun.
Heck yeah.
I had
I get
fun.
to be like, lightning, shatter my enemy.
Yeah,
I get
so
to summon dead spirit wolves, so yeah.
one of the
I'm
things
just
is
dying.
for this game, I don't give out. You can't gain merits in play with experience. You can only gain them by doing something. So every once in a while, after a few sessions, depending on how the players do and what they do, if they do something big, I'll usually hand out a couple of neat merits based on their character. And I think you guys have gone long enough that you deserve something. And you guys can also spend time in game to gain merits as well for free.
mean, the
what?
difficulty also went up, so I think it's fitting.
Also, I wanted to help deal with some of the issues you guys have. Like Nevin, it's really hard for you to hurt supernatural things with a gun.
Indeed.
So I'm giving you a weapon that, while it's not necessarily a full firearm, you can use your firearms in order to actually do stuff.
Yeah. I like that.
Harry is our knowledge boy dealing with spirits, so I thought I would give him something cool. And something that I know I'm going to regret doing with you, Toshime.
Hey, look, this is a giant spirit. Let's use bottle spirit on him. Haha.
But yes, I also have something for Michael and Kivya as well. Kivya, I think you're going to really like yours.
About that.
What's up?
Jaffer was saying that because of daylight savings time being different between here and there, he doesn't think he'll be able to continue going with this group. But he will be staying in the Exalted one.
Curse you, daylight savings time.
Yeah.
The good news about daylight savings, I think they're actually like finally getting rid of it.
Here, yes, but
Also, one moment. I need to step away. I need to see if Kun Kun has come real quick. I'll be right back.
well, everybody,
What will we do without our tech support, Wolf?
thank you all so much for joining for Howls of the Deathsinger, World of Darkness, Werewolf. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, and more. There on the website, as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. It is because of your support that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. I really cannot do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It is one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by simply sharing the stream around, as well as simply coming by and hanging out with me, and especially being active in the chat. I love to chat with all of you. But for now, thank you for joining, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Duke. Bye-bye.
Bye.